Welcome to the Too Blessed to Be Stressed TV show. We are just hours away before the big ball fall. We're so excited that we've made it another year. There has been many people that have went the whole year and have not grown emotionally, spiritually, or relationshiply. So what we're going to do this week on the television show is we're going to talk with some people, not about their New Year's resolutions, but about their blessings. We're going to reflect 2006 and the blessings with the team of the Too Blessed to Be Stressed crew. The blessings of 2006, reflecting back, not only with the blessings, but the stress, such as the stress of starting a television talk show with limited resources, and to now almost be through with the season. Those are the things that I'm reflecting on this year. Also, I reflect back on my relationship with my husband and many others, how that out of seemingly it couldn't be resolved, and to look back and reflect on myself and the things that I needed to change, and to know that as a direct result that my marriage was in the shape that it was in because of the direct result of the fruit of my mouth and the things I've spoke. I've always known that so as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I also always knew that there's life and death in the tongue. But I had spoke chaos and scorn in my marriage. And I received the fruits of that. And to look back on it now and see the blessings of how I myself changed, therefore everybody around me, my husband, my children, and friends changed. And my life is better going into 2007. Remember, next year, the fruit of what you speak will be a direct result in your life. So if you change what you say, you can change what you have in your relationship, in your finances, in your business, in your ministry. Life and death is in the tongue. And I think looking back on 2006, the thing most that I have grown is that I am going to consciously watch what comes out of my mouth. Others' reflection could be different. That just happened to be mine. The stress of being a mother, running 3 or 4 businesses, within itself is total chaos. But to look back on the blessings of the lives of the hundreds of people and the children and the community is worth it all. So in spite of what the stress of 2006 brought, I am glad and proud to look and reflect upon the blessings. Because after all, I am too blessed to be stressed.
2006 was a great year because of my family. Yeah, and the changes that took place there. Money is always a problem. Jobs come and go, but you have to keep your eyes on what's really important, and finding that focus again in our family as a whole, and then personally for each of us, has made the difference.
My wife and I have found a new church. We've gotten active in the church, and her and I are closer than we've been in 10 years. We've been married for 10 years, and we're closer now than we've been in 10 years of marriage. And we've come through a lot, and with this new church, and I don't know, we've become really active, and we do a lot of extracurricular stuff with the church. But I look back on that, and I think that that's one of the most important things that's happened to us this year, is that we've gotten back closer to the Lord and together and as a family.
I didn't foresee the things that were coming in 2006 or what blessings would come from those for me and my family. First and foremost is birth of my second child, Kari, on December 1st. Of course, the blessing of that, of course, is that almost all the way through the whole year, she was on the way. And so we have our second child, and that's an incredible thing. I have my 2 girls now, and it's wonderful. It's great, and it's going to be fun to watch her grow up, and to watch her big sister Casey interacting with her as she grows up now. 5 years older than her sister.
The year 2006 was really big for me. I just graduated from college, which is huge. I have been in college since I graduated high school in 2001, so I have been in college for 5.5 years now. Switched my major a few times, and so to actually come to the culmination of that has just been incredible. My brother got married, and lots of different things in my family going on, but the big one is the graduation.
Well, 2006 was a good year because, one, I got married, so I added a woman to my life forever, so I'm in good shape there now. So that's the biggest memory, and all the things that come along with it. So that's one of the best things about 2006 for sure.
Last year, on December 31st, I was in the emergency room with Jack. Things were taking a dramatic turn, and we had to make some big decisions. And we rang in the new year, which was our anniversary as well, wedding anniversary. And it wasn't much longer after that that Jack left me and went to heaven. And, you know, being a 50-year-old woman, 49 at the time, being absolutely on my own for the very first time in my life, never having lived alone prior to this, being 1,000 miles away from home, with my nearest blood relative, even second, third, fourth, fifth cousin, is probably a good 8 hours drive away for me. Didn't really know anybody. We'd only been in Tennessee about 1.5 years. It was interesting. But through all of that, I have been so incredibly blessed with this year. Yes, I buried my husband, and that was a terrible, terrible thing. But the strength that I gained from the people that held me strong, the people that just cared for me and loved me and nurtured me and worried about me, and for the first time in my life I found out that I can do it on my own. 50 years old is a real hard time. Most people do that when they're 18 and 19. I got to experience it for the first time at 50.
Marla came to me after the beginning of the year to talk to me about it. Of course, she'd come a couple years before 06, in which case she talked to me about the show. She asked me if I could produce it for her, but I, quite frankly, I turned her down. I said I didn't want to deal with it.
Marla had tried out several makeup artists down at MAC, at Laura Mercier, and hadn't quite felt like she found the right fit. And she called my store manager and said, you know, the last person was really nice, but this is really what I'm looking for. And she said, I think you need to meet Anna. So the day I first did her makeup was an incredibly chaotic day for me. It was a gift promotion as I work at a makeup counter. It was an insane day, and I met her, did her makeup, and as she tells the story, when I touched her face, she felt such peace and calmness that she knew I was it. Didn't matter what the makeup looked like.
So my wife does Marla's makeup. She came home one day and was talking about Marla, and I knew that she had talked to somebody spiritually because I could feel the presence from Marla on my wife. And so one day she's like, well, she wants to meet you, you know, because she heard you decorating, you know. So we went and met her down at a restaurant in Knoxville, and I told her what I could do. And so one day I just went to help her out on a volunteer basis, and she liked it, and we just got along and we clicked like that. ever since, and we've just been close ever since. And
she looked for other production companies and people, and came back to me afterward, after running into some brick walls. So now here I am doing this show.
The very first episode for Too Blessed to Be Stressed that I was interviewed on, I actually wasn't even supposed to be interviewed. My boss, the owner of Barbizon, was supposed to be interviewed, and at the last minute she couldn't do it. So I was just supposed to be behind the scenes that day. Marla and I got to talking, and she said, you know what, Elizabeth, you can do it. So I ended up in front of the camera, and we had a really great back and forth with each other, and it's been lots of fun ever since. I love being in front of the camera. But broadcasting initially was not something that I was even interested in. My degree is in art, and I work in the modeling industry, but really behind the scenes, just booking people and a lot of business things. But broadcasting has been right up my alley and been so much fun. Too Blessed to Be Stressed has been a real blessing in my life. I mean, I know it sounds cliche with the title of the show, but it's been really fun getting to know everybody and having a chance to talk to people in the area by way of the TV.
Well, I met Marla at a local networking function, and we kind of hit it off, and we got along really well, and she seemed to think we could help each other out doing, you know, she was doing her charity work and her Think Drug-Free Knoxville stuff, and I was launching a new business, and basically we just had lunch, and it just worked out that she needed help, I needed help, and we both kind of won on that situation. So.
It was probably April or May, I think April or so of this year. Marla and the kids and her husband came up for lunch, and she was there to ask me about something else, and it just kind of hit her that, geez, would you like to join us? Would you like to come and have some fun? And I said, sure, darling, you know, whatever you need. You know I'm there, I'll do whatever I can for you. And that was it, and we have been on this wonderful, incredible ride.
When we come back, the staff and the crew of the Too Blessed to Be Stressed television show is looking forward to the new 2007.
Realty Executives Associates and Judy Starlipper are ready to serve you and your family's needs. Whether buying or selling, Judy and the Realty Executive team will take care of you. Judy Starlipper, a household name.
In business since 1902 and in the Knoxville area for about 25 years, Lamar Advertising is here to customize your company's message and, better yet, help you find what you need when you need it. So whether you're looking to reach the masses, and we mean reaching everyone who's on the roads, no one else can do it like outdoor advertising, and in East Tennessee it means Lamar Advertising. Lamar Advertising is your source, an exciting sign of things to come.
Purchasing a new home? Real Estate Finance Group provides comprehensive mortgage loan programs to meet your needs. Real Estate Finance Group, 4700 Paper Mill Drive in Knoxville. Because you deserve nothing less, Cabins USA offers choices. From romantic hideaways for 2 or group retreats for 52, we have a size to suit every need and budget. Cabins USA offers premier accommodations, the finest amenities, and convenience to the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and National Park attractions. Visit our website at cabinsusa.com for photos and amenities of each cabin. Make reservations online or call toll-free 800-583-6054. The premier Smoky Mountain Cabin Rentals, Cabins USA, because you deserve nothing less.
Hours away before the ball drop, and people all over the world will begin their New Year's resolution. But here, we, the team and the crew of Too Blessed to Be Stressed, have decided, instead of making resolutions which set us up to fail, we're going to do goals instead. And we want you to join us as we look forward, not to a New Year resolution of 2007, but to the goals which we can accomplish.
People talk about resolutions, and you know, we all say, well, I'm going to quit this, I'm going to quit smoking, or I'm going to go on a diet, or I'm going to exercise more, or I'm going to whatever the case may be. I'm going to keep my room clean. And resolutions are great, because sometimes we need to make a list of things that we need to do to improve ourselves. But I often feel, I personally don't make resolutions, because if I start out to do something and I haven't completed it, say even by June or July, I've broken my resolution, and therefore I've set myself up to fail. What I focus more on is setting a goal. My goal for 2007 is, or rather than put a date on it, my goal is that I want to, gosh, I don't know, whatever it is, name something, put something in there. If you have a goal, you have a purpose, and it doesn't mean that you have to go back to college and finish in 4 years. If it took you 7 years, that's okay. You've completed your goal. I never did finish my degree. I'm, 2 classes shy. It took me forever. I'm 2 classes shy of finishing my degree. I never did that. Should I do that? Probably not in this lifetime, because that's not something at this point that's important to me. However, when we talk about setting a goal for the future versus making a resolution, in my mind, and this is strictly just my thoughts, a resolution can fail and cause us to come down on ourselves, where a goal is something that we can keep working forward to, and it doesn't have to have an ending date on it.
In the beginning with 2Blessed, our programs were strictly interviews. Marla interviewed a guest for the show. But as time has gone on, we've begun to develop more of a story feel to things, with individual segments that don't specifically relate to each other, and we're telling more stories. And we're not using just interviews anymore. We're developing other ways of telling stories and trying to find the best way to get the point of the story we're trying to tell across. And in 2007, I think we're going to be really beginning to refine that. Telling stories that inspire people so that they understand that the stress in their lives, that there are other people who have faced the same type of stress in their lives and have come through it. And they didn't get through it because they had more money, because they had more faith, because they had anything else than anyone else does. But they took what they had and they moved through whatever they were going through, and managed to get through these experiences. And what we want to do is take those experiences and use them as illustrations for people. And that's what we mean by we want to inspire people. Take other people's stories and inspire you to understand that you too can get through whatever you're facing.
I think, especially for 2Blessed, I mean, just coming out of its shell, really, I think it's going to catch a lot of people's eye as it builds steam, kind of like a snowball avalanche kind of deal. I think the networking aspect with, everybody just hearing about the show, seeing the show, kind of getting an idea of how it works and what we can actually do for people in the community, I think that will be huge this year. If we do it right, if God wills it to be kind of that's our mission, then great.
Well, hopefully it just keeps improving. I love being a part of the show. It's challenging at times with work, and there are a lot of things I don't get to be a part of that I would like to do more as far as the show is concerned, but I see it going great places, I think. I think if there's only one way for this show to go, and that's up.
One thing that 2Blessed to be Stressed has introduced in my life is the possibility of maybe doing this as a profession, or at least on the side while I finish my graduate degree.
I hope this year it goes higher than it's ever gone. I see us touching so many people's lives, and I really hope that we can make an impact to people that are just stressed, and that each time they see the show, I hope that it really just touches people's hearts. And I want to get to a point where the show, people just see it and they recognize, oh, it's Marla in the morning, and they want to turn this on, and they can't wait each week, And I feel that we're going to new heights this year, and And I really, if we can keep in God's will and just follow His word, then I think the show's going to really bloom.
The good stress can stress you out just as bad and wreak as much havoc with you as the bad stresses. And I think we need to look at all of that. That, you know, something as joyous as a new baby or planning a wedding or something as wonderful as that can be stressful. And I think we don't necessarily want to stay just focused on the bad stresses. I think we want to also go on the joyous occasions that can occur. I guess I see a whole range of things, and certainly, you know, we'd like to hear from the folks that watch us, what they'd like to hear, what the stress factors that they run into all the time. Good and bad, you know, good stress can wreak just as much havoc on your body as bad stress.
And we're going to do some great stories, and we're going to tell some great things to inspire and educate and bring people around to understanding that they can manage their way through their stress. Realty Executives Associates and Judy Starlipper are ready to serve you and your family's needs. Whether buying or selling, Judy and the Realty Executive team will take care of you. Judy Starlipper, a household name.
In business since 1902 and in the Knoxville area for about 25 years, Lamar Advertising is here to customize your company's message and, better yet, help you find what you need when you need it. So whether you're looking to reach the masses, and we mean reaching everyone who's on the roads, no one else can do it like outdoor advertising, and in East Tennessee it means Lamar Advertising. Lamar Advertising is your source, an exciting sign of things to come.
Purchasing a new home? Real Estate Finance Group provides comprehensive mortgage loan programs to meet your needs. Real Estate Finance Group, 4700 Paper Mill Drive in Knoxville. Because you deserve nothing less, Cabins USA offers choices. From romantic hideaways for 2 or group retreats for 52, we have a size to suit every need and budget. Cabins USA offers premier accommodations, the finest amenities, and convenience to the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and National Park attractions. Visit our website at cabinsusa.com for photos and amenities of each cabin. Make reservations online or call toll-free 800-583-6054. The premier Smoky Mountain Cabin Rentals, Cabins USA, because you deserve nothing less.
We're hours away before the ball drops in 2007. The number 7 to God means completion. Hopefully this year, the new year, you will stop and let go and let God complete the things in your life that you were unable to do yourself. We here, the staff and the crew with the 2Blessed to Be Stressed program, we're excited about the upcoming year. We thank you, our viewing audience, for allowing us to come in weekly to inspire, inform, and educate you, telling you the stories that will help you reduce the stress in your life. I would like to thank my wonderful staff and team. They've done a wonderful job all year long. I could not do what I do without them. We're coming together and we're going to celebrate the old year out and the new one in. We're looking forward to 2007. Too Blessed to Be Stressed, from our family to yours, Happy New Year!
Too Blessed to Be Stressed has been sponsored by
Lamar Advertising is your source, an exciting sign of things to come.
In Bearden, Kyra the Nail Teak. Located in Sevierville, CNC Recording Studios.